Hello everyone, it is Nancy Taylor and I am here filming a video at the end of the year 2017 titled How Much Do You Make with VIPKID Year 2. Year 2. Oh my goodness, I cannot believe I've been with VIPKID for 2 years. I have a video on pay scale and it breaks down everything for year 1 that I will leave linked below. So if you want to go over the details, if you're just getting started and you want to see what it looks like in year 1, then you can look there as well. I want this video to be a resource to you to show you that VIPKID is your own business. With your own business, you have the opportunity to choose where are you going to spend your time and therefore where's your income going to be coming from. And oftentimes it's wherever you can get it, let's be honest. Where can I, there's something on my chest. Where can I get it? And that's great. So I'm going to go over the things that I do with VIPKID and then the income that correlates with those jobs. Are you guys ready? Okay, first of all, we're going to go over why did I start teaching for VIPKID. Number 1, the very first thing and the cutest little thing that's sleeping currently. Other one is just, boom. The other one is cooking. Just kidding. I really hate that term, not cooking. The other one is nesting. The other one is inside of me. The other one is due February 10th. So we've got 1 more month, baby. 1 more month. So the reason why I started VIPKID, I wanted to be home with my daughter. And when I started, I was substitute teaching because we had to have a source of income for my end of the family. You guys are kind of falling. Here you go. Merry Christmas. So when I started, I was substitute teaching. My husband is a pilot, so he would be gone. And then when he was home, I would go in and sub. So I never saw my husband. It was like, I have got to figure out something. So I looked online, I was always looking online. I taught for a couple schools online, just as a contractor, and it was administration work. I was doing admin work, checking grades. I was not teaching. And when I started VIPKID, I saw another teacher and her passion for it. I watched a video in her classroom and I thought, this looks too good to be true. So I joined, started VIPKID. First month was rough. Second month, a lot better. So when I started, I was not overly confident. I was not. But the beautiful thing is I got to teach and I loved that. And my goal as a teacher is I will always leave room in my schedule, in my VIPKID business to teach because that's why I started and that is what I love. So I will always leave room for my students. They are my little heart. I love them. That is my introduction, why I started. So I was still subbing and doing VIPKID, and then eventually VIPKID was able to replace that, and in year 2, I'm able to make more than I did as a full-time teacher with VIPKID. And we'll crack down numbers. I'm not going to give exact amounts, but I will give you a range that will give you a good idea of exactly where my income is to help you out. I sure want to do this tactfully. I don't ever want to come across as I'm bragging or I'm, just bear with me, be kind to me. And I really do want to help you out and that's why I'm making this video. Here's my current schedule. So number 1, my schedule. I teach for 5 to 6 days a week and I teach for 2 to 3 hours from 4 to 7 or from 5 to 7. So depending on where my sleep is, what time I have, I'm always teaching between 10 to 15 hours a week. And I will always teach. Always. When baby comes, I have a video explaining what I will do. That's the only time I will take off is for maternity leave because mama's gotta sleep. The second thing, I do mock class mentoring, so I am a mock class mentor. When I first started doing that at the beginning of 2017, I was doing 15 hours a week of it because I was not recruiting, I was not spending my time elsewhere. Now, I spend 1 to 4 hours, so I do 1 to 4 a week. 1 to 4, that's it. It really depends on my schedule and how many applicants are applying at that time. At first we were required to, or we were requested, we were referred, we were, that word, what is it? The amount of hours that they tell you that you should do that week. It used to be 20 and now it's 6 or 7. So it really does depend on how many mock class mentors we have, and it also depends on how many applicants are going through the process. As they change the application process, that changes as well. So it's something that, like I said, you do what you can and work where you can. And teaching is always there once you've built your schedule, which is a great resource. My third thing is I do videos for VIPKID on their curriculum team, and I do this with my family. I do 1 to 6 videos a month, and they're fun. Like, we'll do colors, I'll do, for the younger students, I might do one on cat and CVC words. For my older students, I might show them a project video, how to make the projects for their final projects in the unit. I love that. I have a closet full of projects. For project videos. I'm like, and this is my project. I love doing those, and they're just fun. They're just like these YouTube videos, rewarding. I send in raw footage. 10 minutes is $60, and if VIPKID uses my YouTube videos, it's about $200 just to use the video. They'll pay you to use your video. So it's awesome to have that as another resource. For the other one that I do on the side, they do have fast pass days. So this is something that is alive. You go in, if you're applying for VIPKID, you go in, and only if they are in your area, and I'll leave a link below for the schedule if you are applying and you want to look and see if you can go in and get a live training, 4 hours or less if you do the nighttime. And these are awesome. I wish I had this when I started. So if you go in for the training, those teachers are paid for their time. It's a wonderful training. I use it as a training to collaborate with other teachers, to learn from other teachers, and it's really a great resource for professional development. And that's why I love doing them. And it does have some side income, which is great. It's awesome. Whew. The last thing I do in my schedule, and those on the other are rare. I don't do those consistently, and some months I don't do any of them if I don't have the time. So the last thing that I do is recruiting, and that takes as much time as teaching, if not more. That is where a majority of my income comes from now, and that's where I spend more time. I spend about 2 to 4 hours a day. Some days I miss, so that's where the 4 hours comes in. So it's about 10 to 15 hours a week. And some weeks I might spend 20 if I'm like, I gotta get this referral incentive. So overall, I spend 20 to 30 hours on average each month. Each week. I spend, just blame it on pregnancy. So, be kind to me. When do I fit in my recruiting? And this is the beautiful thing, and why I really do love doing it, and I'm going to share some highlights from it, is because it is so flexible. I can do it while Ava is sleeping, my 2-year-old. I can do it in the morning after I finish teaching my classes. I can look at my emails and work with those. I can set up Skype sessions. It is very flexible because it goes around my schedule. And I've come to find that I have found the most success when my priorities, my family and myself, are number one. I take care of myself, I take care of my family, and then VIPKID fits around it. And it is a job that is flexible. It can fit around it, which is wonderful. Now when you're teaching, when you're doing mock class mentoring, those are set times. So I have come to find that for my schedule, I really love to do the recruiting because it truly is flexible. If I have 2 hours that day, I can really go hard at emails, calling people, looking into where they are in the process. The next day, I don't have time to check my emails at all. It's fine. The next day I'll spend the time that I have, and that's all you can do. And I do my best to stay up on it and to help those that use my referral link and reach out to me and email me, because I really do want them to be successful. I need a drink. Guys, just keep falling. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. Okay, when you start, I always quote it as it's about $14 to $20. I usually just say you earn about $20 an hour, and that's broken down in the video I've linked below. Now, if you are a current teacher, and you're going into year 2, you're watching this video, I'm just moving you, and you want a pay increase, I'll leave linked below the Fresh Desk link, and this link is specific for every 2 contracts, you have the opportunity to move up 50 cents. So there's requirements, I'll tell them to you right now. No shows, max of 2, and that's 2 points. Cancellation rate, you have 0.6%. That's worth 2 points. And then finish classes, you have to have more than 1,200. That's $100 a month because it's 2 contracts, which is 12 months. The fourth thing, finished peak time slots needs to be 600, more than 600. That's worth 2 points as well. And the last one is 5 Apple classes. You have to have as scheduled more than 25%, and that's worth 2 points. So if you are looking for a pay increase, check out the link below. Currently for my teaching, I have been here 2 years, so $23 an hour is my pay on there. I know, I'm just throwing it out there, guys. I really am being honest with you. Be kind, be kind. The second thing with the recruiting or referring, this is the second thing that I spend time with. So I put the teaching and the recruiting there at the top. This is, you're paid usually between $80 to $150 per referral. That's a teacher that uses your link or your code and teaches their first class within that month. So if they teach their first class within that month and they've used your code, then you are paid that bonus or that extra money. They also have bonuses, which are really nice. So there are bonuses on top of that, just FYI. And then the third thing, mock class mentoring, you are paid $24 per hour, which is nice. You get to meet new teachers and really dive into their teaching and they get that one-on-one attention. I really do love doing these. They do take a lot of time and attention because you're working one-on-one, just like you are in the classroom. Whereas if I create a video like this one, I hope that I can help more than just one person. Guys, stop falling over. For the videos that I send into VIPKid, that's raw footage. So it really is just live. I do that with my family. I have my husband film me. Ava's in all of them. That is why my students know Ava, not because she joins me in class. She joined me once. And I had to put her in her crib and have her scream. Oh, so hard. Please never wake up again, Ava. Please, please. Don't do that to me. And with the Fast Pass days, $85. Those are the payments. Let's go over where my percentages are. Hold on. Hold on for dear life. So number 3, what do my paychecks look like? You've been waiting for this. Oh, I'm just kidding. With year 2, so from January, I have the numbers here. From January to July, I was between $2,000 to $4,000 on each paycheck. Well, this is getting bright over here, so let's dim that. This is before I pay taxes. Keep that in mind. I'm not going to go all into depth on taxes. I will mention it, but if you have a ton of questions on it, I am not an expert. I'm probably not your best resource, I'll be honest. I'm not. The second portion of the year, so August to December, my paychecks were between $4,000 to $8,000. Now the difference there is I started doing more recruiting. I'm still spending 20 to 30 hours a week. It's interesting to hear the month that I taught the most classes, 143 classes, was January. And that was my lowest paycheck, about $2,000. And then I average 100 classes a week. I always teach about 100 classes per week because I love it. Did I say per week? No. I always teach 100 classes per month. Per month. Oh, per week, that would be a real full-time job. That'd be 50 hours. I do not do that. I teach 100 classes on average per month because I love it. And you will too. If you are a teacher, I'm sure you can comment below and attest that you love your students and you love the teaching portion. That's why you're here. It's so rewarding and you get to teach. If this design is messed up, it was Ava's fault. It was Ava. I'm going to go over percentages of where that income comes from, just a little bit interesting fact. So number 1, from other, that is the videos, the Fast Pass days, that is 5% of my paycheck. On teaching, for all my teaching, I average 100 classes per month. That is 31% of my paycheck. For mock class mentoring, the percentage was much higher at the beginning of the year when I was doing 15 hours a week. And now I do 1 to 4 hours a week. And so that overall average in the entire year was 16% of my paycheck. And the final one is my recruiting and referring and coaching applicants through the process to become VIPKid teachers. That is 48% of my paycheck. And that's opposite of my mock class mentoring. Beginning of the year, it was about 16%. End of the year, it's 73%. Some months it was 84%. If we had an extra bonus, it was like 90% of my paycheck was all from recruiting. So that's kind of the numbers there. Whew. the entire year, year number 2, 2017, my total income before taxes is just over 50 grand. Now, if you think, okay, I have to deduct taxes, that brings my income closer to 40,000. With an income of 40,000, I calculate that is much higher than my full-time salary if I'm working 20 to 30 hours. If I were working full-time, so I was teaching full-time, and many of you perhaps are doing VIPKid and teaching full-time, and you are absolute rock stars, and you're moms and have kids at home. I don't know how you do it. You are amazing. You are amazing. So, if I were teaching full-time, say I was working 8 to 4 in the afternoon, and then you take a lot of work home, I would have to have daycare and this full income. Let's say that your full-time income is close to 40,000, 42, 45, then deduct for your daycare, it's probably closer to 30,000, 35,000 because someone else is watching you. Stop falling. Guys, you keep doing this. Just stop doing that. All right, if you are a stay-at-home mom, if you are looking for another option, I moved you guys, so don't tip over anymore. If you are looking for something to do from home, VIPKid is a great place to start because you can always do the teaching. There are opportunities outside of teaching, and if you're just starting and you're thinking, well, I actually can't do the teaching. I cannot get my bookings up. I was the same way, 11 bookings my first month. $100 my first month. Woohoo! Groceries for 1 week. Great. Awesome. Here you go, husband. Yeah, not gonna work. So if you are just starting, keep in mind it takes time, it takes patience, and you really do have to work hard at it. I want to share another teacher. Before I do, I'm just going to share, I work from home. I also make an income on YouTube. I am paid for these videos, not a whole chunk of change, maybe about 500 bucks a month, which is really not a ton, but it could cover my groceries for the month. And then I also do work for a fitness company called the Bootcamp Hub, and I will link that below as well. I film 2 to 3 workouts for them, and that's about $1,000 a month. So I am having multiple resources bringing in income because you're able to. And I know that I won't always have this much time, especially when I have 2 children. I will not have the same amount of time, and so I will adjust. And it just, you do what you can, you are flexible, and you keep your priorities. Myself, my family, those are number 1 and 2. And of course my faith is there too. I keep those priorities at the top. And I think that that is why I've felt more successful with this. And I hope that you can do the same. Keep the faith. Remember, I always leave my email in the comments below as well. If you do want to email me, you can reach out and let me know if you have questions, if you need help, if you're on the fence about VIPKid, you're starting teacher. I wish that I had, like, go for it, this is how you increase your bookings, but I'm currently not in that phase. So if you find there's Facebook pages that they have teachers that are currently trying to build their following, they're currently trying to build their schedule, connect with them. That is going to be an awesome resource because you'll learn from each other in this time. My day and age was 2 years ago. Is it going to be the same? Similar? I hear a lot of input from teachers. I hear a ton from new teachers, so I can give you that as a resource, but to connect with those other teachers is going to be huge. Just a side note. All right, I want to share with you a teacher who just started this year. She started in August 2017. And the reason why is I'm sharing this for my 2nd year. So I have doubled my income from year 1 to year 2 in VIPKid. Maybe it was 25,000 in year 1. So now just over 50,000. And with that, I am spending maybe 5-10 more hours a week. So I am spending more time. I am exerting more energy to do it, but the resources, I've come to find that it's a much bigger payoff for the flexible time. And that's why I do a lot of recruiting and referring. Let's go over Penny. I asked her to email me just her story, why she started VIPKid, and then some of her stats. I want you to hear them from a new teacher just beginning, and I will link her YouTube, I'll link her Facebook, and I will leave her email below as well if you want to reach out to Penny, because she started August 2017. I saw ads for VIPKid on Facebook and was intrigued. I had a crafting business that was taking a lot of time and not making much money, so I was looking for something else. Anyone else do Etsy or things that really you're passionate about, but you do need a source of income and they're not fitting the bill? okay? And I'm not just trying to sell you on VIPKid. There are other companies out there that teach ESL. There are other opportunities to do from home. I just am very passionate about being a mom and about keeping that as my #1 priority. And I want to help other stay-at-home moms. I want to help others that have that financial need. And that's why I'm sharing this. I homeschool my kids and my husband is a pastor, so I needed something I could do from home and yet be flexible, enough to work around those things. This seemed like the perfect solution, so I applied in July 2017, just recently, just this last summer, and then didn't do anything for a month. I finally got serious about it and went through the whole process with no mentor and watched lots of YouTube videos, and I failed. I failed Mach 2. She failed Mach 2. Anyone else out there that failed Mach 2 and is kind of bum hurt? Yeah. I've had failures. I had my trial class certificate taken away. I was so bummed. We all have failures. Don't let that get you down. I failed Mach 2, but I figured out what they were looking for and knew that I would do well. So I reapplied with a new email. She's very nice and toots my horn. She makes me feel real good. So Penny was one of my referrals. She was a teacher that I helped become a teacher for VIPKid. So she was one that I helped through the application process. She said, my big difference was reaching out to Nancy Taylor. I used her code the second time around and she helped me through the process. She's very kind. I'm not just saying that, oh, look who I helped. I just have been amazed with her progress and I see her name come up. I see things that she's really doing that are making her business with VIPKid so successful. So I wanted to share. And it makes me so proud, like she's like my little baby. Like, I helped Penny join VIPKid. I'm so happy. So happy. So with that, and I just have to tell you, it is very rewarding if you do have the time and the resource to refer. It is rewarding. I love that I've been able to help 330 so teachers join VIPKid and hopefully have the opportunity to work from home and are feeling successful. And if they're not at this point, you will be. You just stay in there. Just stay in there. They're going everywhere. So stay in there. She was hired after Mach 1 late August. So she was hired after her first Mach class. As of now, she's taught 485 classes. She's certified in all levels. So from August, she teaches about 30 classes a week. That's a lot. She teaches a lot more than I do. I saw a need for real videos with practical, no-nonsense advice that showed the actual slides and the portal. Who could benefit from that? Yes, so many people ask, what does the portal look like? How do I draw on the screen? Her videos will help you. I also asked VIPKid if I could show them and they said yes. So if I needed that help, I know others would too. She started a Facebook group. It's VIPKid Teachers Wanted in September, and it has over 1,900 members. I allow anyone in to learn and will answer anyone's questions regardless of if they are my recruit or not. And I agree, I am the same way. I will answer your questions. I will help you out if you email me if you already have a referral. Now, will I Skype and spend the extra time and hold your hand? I do not have the time to do that, and I have to just disclaim that. Because you only have so much time and energy, and really you can only give your best self to those that have really invested in you. So it is an investment to use someone's referral code. She started doing YouTube videos shortly after. My videos are not professionally edited and I'm not the cutest person in the world. Her personality is adorable, so forget that, Penny, to watch, but I do make it accessible for anyone to understand, and they are very easy to understand. She has had 251 people use her referral code and 70 have been hired. 54 have taught their first class since August. She is referring and recruiting at a faster rate than I am, I'm sure. With the milestone bonus and quality bonuses in December, so when we get bonuses, she's anticipating a paycheck of $6,000 or so. So, started in August, and the reason why I share her story is because she really jumped in. She jumped in and made it a business, and you are able to make that sort of income. If you're looking to VIPKid to make $1,000 to $2,000, just stick with your teaching. That's what you love. That's your schedule. If you do need a full-time income, if you're looking to increase your income, say yes to opportunities, make it your own business, create videos. If you're not a video maker, maybe you have a Facebook page, maybe you have an Instagram account. There are so many different opportunities out there to show your business. She is so much fun to listen to learn from, and I loved seeing her success, especially in recruiting right out of the gate. And the fact that she didn't just get it in round 1. She didn't. And then when she reapplied, she got it after her mock 1, which is awesome. I love hearing those success stories. And of course, there's still hurdles in the road. I'm still going to face a lot of hurdles. Is the recruiting and referring always going to be at a high? Probably not. It probably will not. So, I mean, while they are growing, it is great to jump on board. I know a lot of teachers have and are sharing, but maybe you're not all in, or maybe you want to become a mock class mentor, but you haven't researched or looked into how you can do that. Or maybe you want a pay increase, but you haven't looked on Freshdesk to see what are the things that I have to hit. Perhaps you're the one out there that is doing everything. You are doing everything you can, taking notes, learning from teachers. You're on the Facebook groups and forums, and you're learning from other teachers, asking questions. You're doing everything you can, and all you need is time. You need time and you'll get a break, I promise. Stay in there. Alright guys, so that is the tail end of my video. I hope that there was some helpful nuggets in here for how much do I make with VIPKID in year number 2. And if you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Please be kind. It's kind of scary to be this open about your VIPKID income, and I never want to, I just always want it to be professional, and I want it to be a resource for you. So I hope that the video comes across as a resource. That's what I want it to be. If you do need help, if you are like, sold, I want to do VIPKID, and do not have a referring teacher, please message me. I leave my referral code below, and I also leave my email. If you reach out to me, I will respond within 1 to 2 days, unless I'm, I was gonna say pushing the baby out. February 28, 2018, I may be MIA for a week or 2. So that is the video. Happy teaching. Have a wonderful 2018. We're kicking off the new year, and I hope that I've given you some goals for your finances, given you some goals for your income with VIPKID, your income from working from home. That is what I want to do. I want to ignite that fire, and you can do it. I still have my dollar. Literally, so I have this as a prop, and I couldn't find it. And I said to my husband, Dave, where's my dollar? He's like, oh, I use that for tips when I'm flying. I took it. You took my dollar. The students, they're like, I've never seen an American dollar. I love showing it when we're talking money, when we're doing the math portions. So Dave took my dollar. Dear husband, back off. Back off my dollar. I shouldn't have rubbed it on my face. I realize this is filthy. Post face rub. Okay, goodbye.